Welcome back to today's Explainer. If you're a focused learner looking to dissect the beautiful game's most unpredictable moments, well, you are absolutely in the right place. Today, we're breaking down the absolute chaos that was Day 5 of the 2026 World Cup. It's shaping up to be a classic tale of David versus Goliath, where the script we all expected has been completely flipped upside down. We've got massive upsets, tactical masterclasses, and some truly incredible human stories to cover. So let's get right into it.
Okay, let's dive into this. What do heavyweights Spain, Uruguay, and Belgium all have in common today? If you looked at their rosters, which are literally filled to the brim with Champions League winners and Ballon d'Or candidates, you'd probably think the answer is they all cruise to comfortable multi-goal victories. But the reality on the pitch was exactly the opposite. Prepare for a shock, because every single one of these footballing giants stumbled, and they stumbled hard.
Section 1. The Day of Draws.
4. We literally saw 4 consecutive draws on Day 5 of this tournament. In modern international football, where the financial backing and talent gaps between nations are usually massive, seeing 4 tournament favorites fail to secure a win on the exact same day is nothing short of a historic anomaly. It is the kind of day that completely busts your tournament brackets.
To really put this into perspective, seeing 4 draws on a single day at the World Cup is a statistical rarity that hasn't happened since the 1958 World Cup. Think about that for a second. We haven't seen a logjam like this in almost 70 years. The sheer resilience of these smaller nations in 2026 is completely rewriting the statistical history books before our very eyes.
Let's break down exactly how this played out across groups G and H. You've got Spain, the reigning European champions, held to a gritty 0-0 draw by World Cup debutants Cape Verde. Then Belgium, struggling to a 1-1 draw against Egypt. Marcelo Bielsa's highly touted Uruguay, frustrated in a 1-1 tie with Saudi Arabia. And finally, an absolute thriller where Iran and New Zealand battled back and forth to a 2-2 draw. Every single heavyweight took a massive hit.
Moving on to Section 2, underdogs steal the spotlight.
And there's honestly no better example of that human element than the number 5 million. That's the number of Instagram followers Cape Verde's 36-year-old goalkeeper, Vozinha, woke up to. He started the day with just 46,000 followers, but after single-handedly shutting out the mighty Spanish attack with an unbelievable string of saves on his nation's World Cup debut, his following exploded to over 5 million. He literally became an overnight global sensation.
Now, what's really fascinating here is how these specific underdog players completely stole the show from the established multi-million-dollar superstars. You've got Elijah Just of New Zealand scoring 2 stunning goals to put his team ahead twice against Iran. You've got Imam Ashur of Egypt rocketing a brilliant, unstoppable goal right past Thibaut Courtois. Iran's Ramin Rezian secured a massive 9.0 match rating with both a goal and an assist. And, of course, Vozinha's historic clean sheet. These are the names dominating the sports pages right now.
Section 3. Heavyweights on the ropes. This is a fascinating story of advanced stats versus gritty reality. Spain generated 2.29 expected goals, but Cape Verde? 0 goals conceded. By all mathematical measures, Spain's dominant attacking play and the sheer quality of their chances should have resulted in at least 2 goals. But the reality? A big fat 0. And this perfectly illustrates the unbreakable nature of Cape Verde's defense, led by an incredible masterclass from center back Roberto Lopez, who basically threw his body on the line to deny chance after chance.
And, it wasn't just Spain getting tactically outmaneuvered. Egypt completely neutralized Belgium's blistering pace by aggressively double-teaming and sometimes even triple-teaming winger Jeremy Doku, rendering their main creative outlet completely ineffective. Because of this, Belgium actually suffered a historic 325-minute World Cup goal drought before they finally managed an own goal equalizer. Meanwhile, Saudi Arabia deployed a deep, incredibly disciplined defensive block that completely frustrated Marcelo Bielsa's Uruguay, leaving stars like Federico Valverde unable to find any meaningful breakthrough.
Section 4. Blockbuster matchups ahead. The most fascinating psychological narrative heading into the next round is France's 2026 title dreams colliding head-on with the ghost of Senegal's 2002 historic upset. Football fans will vividly remember when tournament debutant Senegal shocked the reigning champion French team 1-0 over 2 decades ago. With Senegal arriving as highly ambitious contenders once again and coming in with an unbeaten qualifying record, France knows for sure they cannot afford to be complacent. For the French squad, the focus is squarely on their absolute talisman. Kylian Mbappé is on a deeply personal mission in this tournament. He currently sits at 12 all-time World Cup goals, and he is rapidly closing in on the legendary Miroslav Klose's all-time record of 16 goals. Mbappé knows that a ruthless performance against Senegal could not only secure 3 crucial points, but also push him closer to cementing his legacy as the greatest World Cup goalscorer in history. But hey, Mbappé isn't the only superstar striker looking to make history. Listen to this quote from Norway's coach, Ståle Solbakken. "I think he's the world's best goal scorer." He's of course talking about Erling Haaland, who is finally making his highly anticipated World Cup debut against Iraq. When you boast a truly insane record of 55 goals in 50 caps for your country, the expectations are astronomical. The whole world is tuning in to see if Haaland can translate his club dominance to the ultimate international stage. Finally, Section 5, World Cup Transfer Whispers. As you'll see, the transfer market reacts incredibly fast to what happens on the pitch. After a super energetic World Cup bow for Ivory Coast, Liverpool is now heavily targeting RB Leipzig's Jan Diomande to bolster their attack. At the exact same time, current Liverpool forward Cody Gakpo's future is suddenly uncertain, with a post-tournament exit becoming a very real possibility. Away from the World Cup grass entirely, Real Madrid officially announced the signing of Marc Cucurella from Chelsea, and Spurs have aggressively entered the race to sign Tonali. The transfer window never sleeps, guys. So what should you actually take away from all of this? Well, this is officially the World Cup where Goliath falls, and David gets a transfer. We just explored an incredibly interconnected narrative. These gritty tactical masterclasses by underdog nations aren't just resulting in historic points on the group stage board. They are actively catapulting relatively unknown players right onto the radar of the world's richest football clubs. Which leaves us with one final burning question. Which footballing giant is going to fall next, and which unknown underdog will become tomorrow's multi-million-dollar superstar? The beauty of this tournament is that nobody knows the answer yet, but we get a front row seat to watch it all unfold live. Keep your eyes on the pitch, keep tracking those stats, and I'll see you right back here for our next explainer.